Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Naija HR Chic Series with Ijeoma Ucheibe. On this channel, I talk about human resource related content and its intersection with the law. Now, today we are going to be addressing a topic that's very, very close to my heart, and I know everyone keeps telling me every time you start or preface your recordings with a topic is always close to your heart, because a few times I've had to experience these things firsthand, and so I speak from experience, and I also speak from things that was helpful for me in dealing with that situation or that period of time. Last time I spoke about how I was able to ace the CIPN exams in one fell swoop, and of course a few persons had their issues with around the part of religion. I wasn't trying to force it down people's throats. I just had to put that out there so it doesn't feel like, oh, because I'm a Christian, you must pray. You're not obligated to pray. I did that because I felt I wanted to do that. So it was obligatory for me. It is not compulsory for you. But it was one of the tips that was helpful for me to write and ace the examinations. So I hope that we're clear on that. So nobody should come and start thinking, no, 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 I'm not forcing you to do the last bit of what I spoke to. But today we're going to be talking about dealing with unprofessional vendors. And I'm going to start with a story of mine that it's kind of annoying when I think about it now, because it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But then again, I think things happen like that every day, and it behoves on you as a HR professional to rise up to the challenge or situation and just take care of it. Besides, that's what we're expected to do. We douse fires, make sure everything goes on well in an organization. I went to a telecommunications company to get a SIM card for a friend, and for some reason I was made to understand, due to the NIN registration happening in Nigeria, that they were instructed not to sell newer SIMs to anybody, and all they had to do was to maybe retrieve SIMs that had been lost or something like that. And I said, okay, that's fine. I came outside and tried to engage one of the security men, like, okay, yes, I'm sure that you guys have an internal timeline. When do you think this can start again, like sales of SIM cards? And they said they weren't sure because it was like a directive from NCC, which was the National Communications Commission. And I said, okay. And up this guy comes from nowhere. From the sight of him, by the side of my eye, I already knew he was one of those people who were selling products or services for maybe a company or so. But I didn't want to assume. He walked up to me, handed me a handbill of insurance that was being sold on behalf of a very popular financial institution in Nigeria and across Africa, right? So my first impulse is, okay, I would really have appreciated if you had even introduced your name, but he butted into my conversation about the SIM cards, which I thought was rude. But then again, I felt any opportunity to sell this product, and maybe he felt this was the only way to get my attention. I collected his number, right? After I told him I was going to call him, he said he insisted on having my number, which I proceeded to tell him, okay, it was an official number. Long story short, guys, he didn't contact me immediately. He contacted me 5 days later, and he wrote this, what you're seeing on your screen. Yep, literally that. So first of all, I don't know this person, I don't know your name, we have never had any form of interaction whatsoever. So I am thinking, how disrespectful would it be for you to address the female who is a professional who you've never met with, hi baby, how are you doing? Like, if you had done that for someone else and she was cool with it, that does not make it cool anywhere. It's called simple etiquette. You're introducing services or products from a financial institution to someone, a company, through its representative, who I was, in that instance. I didn't expect that form of greeting. So I'm a little bit taken aback. So I'm asking, please, who is this? This is an official number, in case a person wasn't sure who they were chatting with. And there was no form of introduction of, okay, my name is this or my name is not that. And he continued to say things like, please send me your personal number. I'm the guy you met at so and so office, and I want to share something with you. So I'm thinking, no, you're supposed to introduce yourself, your name, your organization, the product you're trying to sell to me, and why you think that product is useful to me as a person and to my organization. Then leave me to pitch that to my organization. I just feel these are basic things that you teach your staff when you train them to sell insurance or any other kind of product. But I didn't think he quite understood where I was coming from, because he kept going on, and I just had to school him like, okay, I'm sure you're not aware, or maybe you don't know how offensive this word is. If I had known you for a couple of weeks or days or months, and you start with that, regardless of the kind of relationship I have with you, there's already a relationship. So I can overlook it and say, oh, this is a form of endearment that I have become used to from this person. But that was not the case. So I tried to educate him as civilly as possible. You don't do this. It is disrespectful to the person, because they feel that you are not bothering to and introduce yourself and at least ask for their name or say okay. What he did next shocked me to my bones. He went on to give me a speech about how hi baby was being used to address someone who was beautiful. So it's like I am trying to lead you to why you need to concentrate on why you are contacting me. You are talking about how beautiful I am and why you used it's like you're defending your use of that word. And I'm like, is it that this financial institution did not train this guy, or he didn't know that by this action and continuing to defend his position, he was losing a client and potentially a number of clients who I may know that may need those kind of services. So really, he may have been a prospective vendor, but you can always find these kind of situations with vendors who are already on your portal or in your system, where they start doing this, I call it the Nigerian mentality thing. They feel, oh, because this person gets the job done, or this person is the accountant, he's the one that does the payment. They forget that there is a role you play in facilitating and making sure that that payment is made. Because we have internal processes. You send me an invoice, for instance, I have to let my boss or management know, okay, this invoice has come in for so and so service or product. This is why I feel it should be approved. If it is a monthly or something that is not used to the management knowing, or the services are not services that the organization has been using before, it's in one-off, I have to explain. So that those are situations where you have to just smile and say, okay, this person is being quite unprofessional because he or she is disturbing the wrong person to get results. But how do you counter this? As much as possible, do not reciprocate with the same unprofessionalism you are getting. I know it is quite hard, and I know it feels like I'm talking to someone who is coming through and going through the other ear, but listen, it never pays in the end. Do you know why? You end up involving your emotions and forgetting that you are the face of that organization, and you should not, as much as possible, allow these vendors to get under your skin. You hold the cards here. You get to determine the tone and the way that conversation around services being rendered, around payment being made to them is going to take. So I did that, and when he continued, like in the first instance, I did not answer him again. When that happens and the person goes on and continues, what do you do next? Do you escalate it to management and expect that they step in, or do you wait for them to advise next steps on that issue? As much as possible, make sure that every conversation you had this person is documented, either via email or text message or even WhatsApp, so that tomorrow this person cannot come and say, oh, this is what this person said, when that was not exactly what you said. Be firm, be professional, but refrain from, I don't want to call it insulting this person, because they are human beings like you and I. They might need to be schooled on certain things that they need to be doing right, but that does not give you a chance or an opportunity to start talking down to them. Keep it firm, keep it professional, and most importantly, leave it at a place where if you were to meet this vendor and the roles are switched, he wouldn't think about, oh, this is what this lady did last time that really got me ticked off. I think I've spoken too much about this, but let me know what you usually do to unprofessional vendors in the comment section. Let me know if these tips are tips you've employed before. Let me know how difficult you think they will be to employ. But till I come your way next time, please remember to stay safe. Corona is still in town, guys. Don't forget to wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. I have one close to me. Use a face mask if you absolutely have to go out to maintain social distancing. Take care, guys. And yes, most importantly, this part is the most important of this whole video. Please like, comment, share, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. See you later.